Hey, I see you, Chef Boyardee. Sorry I can't subscribe. Reach my sub limit. I will subscribe tomorrow when YouTube lets me again. Hey, no big deal. Um, that's kind of funny, and I appreciate that. Not a problem. Not a problem. Kind of funny to hear you hit a subscribe limit. That's kind of weird. I don't think I've ever heard of that. Like, it's kind of crazy. And you must be, subscribing up a storm over there. Um, Welcome, and also, if you want to catch up, Chef, I have a lot of my videos, of my recordings up there, and I have playlists of all that stuff. So if you want to watch Cyberpunk, you want to watch Starfield, you want to watch this Zelda thing, I have playlists so you can enjoy this stuff. Oh, you love that? Well, not only that, but watch this. It also does this. You're gonna do it? I don't know. It's kind of blurred out. It did have a mode where it would sit there and it would go between. Yeah, there we go. It goes between the different things, which is kind of cool and nice. It's one of the things I kind of liked about this thing. Um, a little bit of random, right? The only problem is I was concerned that that'd be a little distracting, constantly going like that. In that regard, I'm looking to get something for a Nintendo one, but I haven't found anything just yet. The only thing I do have right now that I was gifted is I have this. I have that. You can't really see that because it's way over here. I have a lot of stuff on my shelf. Let's see here. There we go. And if I go up, there's even more up there, which I have all manner of stuff up there, which you can see. I have a light up Triforce up in the other thing. Well, it's not that there's anything wrong with Xbox, right? My biggest thing is I have an awesome PC. And the way they positioned it, why in the world would I buy an Xbox versus doing there we go. Why would I do an Xbox? I played Starfield on this because it was a better system. It was going to do a better job. Um, Maybe the original Xbox, there was kind of like, well, maybe it's kind of cool because it has its own games like Halo and things like that. But they've linked it all together now. It's all kinds of doing its stuff, right? Um, and PlayStation got its start technically with a partnership with Nintendo, and then they kind of broke off. If you didn't know, so consequently, um, they have a leg up on what Xbox is. Now, Xbox down the line might drop the console and might go strictly third party. I'm hearing rumors they're going to be putting a bunch of content on the new Switch, which they'd be dumb not to. I'm talking Call of Duty. They have Madden. Now that Bobby's gone, they might put Madden on Switch 2 and a whole bunch of other stuff because they like to make money. I think they want to make some of their money back they spent. So I think there's a possibility of a Halo collection coming on there. So let's go, right? Now, I heard some stuff might be coming to PlayStation, but I don't know if it's going to be to the same amount that they're putting on the Switch, to be honest. But I could totally see them going full third party down the line if they wanted to. And yeah, they'll still sell the Xbox for the people that, let's say, you know, don't have a PC or whatever. But I could totally see them going third party. I mean, they have all these IPs now. Why? I mean, it's kind of like how um, Star Wars had other people building Battlefront and stuff, and they didn't have to spend any money. They make money from selling their IPs, which is smart. Yeah, primitive indeed. Yeah, that's correct. A little known wisdom. Yeah, I mean, you subscribe up a storm and have very little people subscribing to my channel, which I have no content of my own, which is why. Well, hey, listen, it's not a problem. Let's see, let's take a look here real quick because I'm all about go to that channel real quick here. Tell you what, I'll go ahead and give you a subscribe, sir. Not a big deal. You came, you talked, and I'll be honest with you. Don't get discouraged about the whole thing of not having a lot of content. It's not the amount of content that you have; it's the quality of the content. Um, a lot of people out there will tell you that um, find your niche. What does someone want to watch? What are they searching for you? Solving a problem. Do you have a unique skill? That's going to get you out there and going to get you known. And a lot of times being real with people will sometimes hit. So there's some people who have folklore channels and I've become a part of their channel folklore after I visit and chat with them. Hey, I mean, it's kind of true. I mean, I have a couple people here, Lace Blunt, we have Sadix on Rumble, and of course, Squawash hasn't come by in a while. He used to come by and whatnot. And some of these people cheered me on when I was trying to take on some of these bosses that I had to fight over again, and they were working with me. It's just a lot more fun when we're working together, talking, having a good time. And that's the whole point of this channel. If you don't know, I before I started streaming, I was watching a streamer called DB Geek, and he got into Zelda. Hadn't played a Nintendo game forever. He was strictly a PlayStation Nintendo guy, and he got into Legends of Breath of the Wild, and mine was blown. And watching him enjoy it, like for the first time, and the joy he brought, and what he was able to help with, getting big and raising money for charities and stuff. I was like, you know what? If I could help someone out and put joy in their life, let me do this. I play the games anyway. Why not, right? And to be honest with you, that's kind of the genesis of where some of this came from. Was I had the time, I had the ability. Why not, right? And to be honest with you, down the line, I'm also I've learned a lot by doing. And they say you learn by doing. I might share some of what I've learned about settings and various other things with streaming because it's incredibly hard. You're going to get things wrong. And there's a lot of things I wish I would have known earlier because it really would have made my earlier videos look so much better. And it is what it is. You can't take it back, but it's all right. Got to start somewhere. Um, and I've continued to this day to try to make the best product I can for you guys. Waiting for new Indiana Jones to hit PlayStation. Oh yeah, oh yeah. And on the PC, it requires you to have a graphics card with ray tracing. You can't play it without ray tracing. So you're looking at 20 series RTX machines and above, and you got to do it. Indubitably, exactly as my dad says, and turn version of exactly. Oh no, I've heard indubitably. I'm old enough to know that. I kind of bridge the gap when it comes to the generations and whatnot. But yeah, it's always interesting how some of this stuff happens. Um, you know, and the funny thing is with me, I do a stream and I get 2 videos out, right? We get some shorts. So it's very easy for me to have a very large number of content, if you will, versus maybe with what you do, it might take a lot more, and you may not be able to put out as much content as often. So don't ever feel bad about that. It's all situational. And to be honest with you, a lot of it depends upon whether or not you um, get found from searches or you hit a certain niche that people are looking for a problem to be solved, or maybe they find something and they just want to chill and not really think and just enjoy stuff. I mean, that's half the reason why Bob Ross got so popular is people liked him just they're calmly talking, painting happy little trees. If Bob Ross was a streamer, that man would have like had some counts, let me tell you, in subscribers. So the only Indiana James gameplay was the Emperor's Tomb for the classic OG. I think this newer one's gonna be a little bit better. It faithfully retells. I think the Temple of Doom game, I believe, or movie, if you will, looks pretty good. I don't know when that's coming out just yet. I got to be very careful because I already have some requests in, and I want to make sure that I take care of those for people. And that's the other thing is people come in and say, "Hey, I'd like to see you play this game." Some people like to play, you know, GTA 5, Myth Wukong. Um, I have requests for the rest of the Pikmin games. They want Pikmin 3 and 4. I have a lot of different ones. Just picked up Liza P today, $20. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna have to look about that because I have a $20. I have a $20 reward certificate for Best Buy, so I'll have to look into that. Thank you for the heads up on that, Lace. Um, there's truth to the phrase "happy little accents." Bob also had his own little board game at Target. Oh, nice! I didn't know about that. Um, and it's true. Happy little accidents are definitely one of those things. But also, when you see an opportunity, you need to jump. I don't know how many times you see this huge collection of games back here. That happened because GameStop had a thing where they would do used games, buy two get one free, and I would buy two get one free, but I would wait until they were like cheap, like $20. So I'd pay $40 and I get 3 games. You can't beat that versus nowadays paying $60, $70. Crazy. I don't know if there's as much quality because you really need to hit when you're at the right time. Like buying PlayStation 4 games might be hard now, but yeah. Bob Ross also has his own energy drink. It's called the Wave the Chill energy drink. Really? Did not know that. Weird. Seen Stella for 26 at Walmart today. Lowest price I've seen. Oh no, she got a copy 3 weeks ago for $50. Oh, bucks. Well, wait a minute. 3 weeks? If it's at Walmart, they might price match that. Look that up. She might be able to get her money back. Just saying. Unless it's clearance, then that might not be the case. Just so you know. Indiana Jones would be fun to edit. Oh, my editor's always putting in a word for Indiana Jones. Oh, jeez. Now, heads up, everybody. I'm gonna have to hold off on going too crazy on my kids' game section at least. I gotta leave a slot open that I don't get sucked in. So there's not gonna be Pokemon for a little bit. One, I don't want to get a Pokemon that's gonna perform badly unless I get the new Switch. Two, I don't know what kind of launch games are gonna be coming out, and I'm probably gonna want to stream those, and I don't want to get tied up. I should be good with the 2 mature titles I have, which is Stellar Blade. Should have that finished here soon, and then uh Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. We'll see. I don't know. Oh yeah. So it's all good. It's all good. I'm glad to see you guys in whatnot here. Oh yeah. Can't forget Red Dead 2. I can't forget that. Thank you. Wonder if that's gonna be a good deal. Bob Marley had his own energy drink or own drink at a gas station called Marley's Mellow Mood. I haven't seen it in years though. Well, that might have been a very limited thing, to be honest. And I wonder if it was actually Marley's stuff or if it was just someone from his family trying to cash in. It's a little hard to see what we do with that. Oh, another suggestion came in. Don't forget Kingdom Hearts. Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't know how old it is, but where's it at? I had it around here somewhere. I have like a Kingdom's Heart 1.5 type thing, but I think there's even more now. I can't remember how many there are. And I probably have to play them in order, to be honest with you. So I don't know. Yep. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to get into this game here in a second. Armor Core 6 boss, such a fun game. Yeah, that's another one I haven't really played. I have not played any of the Armor Cores, but I know they recently. I think they're. I don't know if it's Switch or something. They're coming out with new Armor Cores now. I have a feeling that it's in my PlayStation 3 section. Okay, hold on. Where's it at? I'm not seeing it. Unless I moved it. Oh well. I'm not gonna worry about that right this second. But I have PlayStation 3 games, I have PlayStation 2 games, I have Wii U games, I have too many games. Plus, don't forget my classic games. You probably did or did not see that I have Super Nintendo, N64, NES, and all manner of games. Oh, I know where it is. Found it. I have this, which got 3 of the original games, I think, in it, potentially. I'm not entirely sure. But I'm sure that, I know there's more than just those. So I'm probably missing out. I probably got to collect a few more to get that. I think I also have Kingdom Hearts for the PlayStation 5. And 6 different games are my faves. Yeah. And the good news is, when it comes to at least N64 games, if you have the Nintendo Switch Online, you get access to a lot of their N64 games, and they've been releasing them. One of them was GoldenEye, which has always been a fave. GameCube, I have a bunch of those. Though there wasn't a ton of games for that. But I do have a few games for that one. And that was part of the problem with the N64 and the GameCube. They didn't have a ton of games. The most notable for GameCube was Resident Evil 4, because it came to there first. Did it better than PlayStation 2, and it looked better too. which, if you think about it, it's kind of weird. Oh, can we play GoldenEye? Well, play GoldenEye, we have to subscribe to the premium thing, which is an extra $35 for a year. Um, I'm holding off right now, but I would not be surprised with the new Nintendo Switch 2, that they'll add GameCube and or Wii games to that, and they may just say, "Well, hey, if you pay for the extra subscription, you might get those too." GameCube had Resident Evil 0 2. That's true. That's true. I don't think I've played that one. I've played the first one, the original PlayStation, or Resident Evil 2 on PlayStation, and then I never played 3. I played 4. I haven't played 5 or 6 or 7, but I have them. That's one of the things I need to do in that regard. So, all right. Well, I need to get into this. I'm having a great time, but if I don't do this, I'm not getting get anywhere with this game tonight. Oh, geez, the TV turned off. That'll only take a second to fix. Do. GameCube. Hold on. GameCube also has Game Boy attachments and could play Game Boy Advance games, and they also had a Game Boy attachment for the NES. You mean this? I have it. I also have the one for the Super Nintendo too. Yep. Yep. And that was the only way you could play Game Boy games on the big TV. And it even has the link accessory thing so you could hook up to other Game Boys, which was funny. I also have the 4-player adapter for the was it the Wii U? Yeah, the Wii U is the GameCube one, I think. So that way you could hook up a bunch of GameCube games and whatnot. Or no, it was the USB one. So you could hook it up to the Switch. That's what I got. Yeah. So noise, big noise. Yes, yes, indeed. Well, I mean, and listen, I've been collecting since I'm 9. The difference is I never sold the stuff because I always thought it was a rip and a half. So, oh, I forgot you couldn't really see that. Hold on. There we go. So as you can see, it's just a little attachment that goes on the bottom. You know, nothing too crazy. It's a little dusty. You know, but again, it worked quite well. The only thing is there was a disc you had to put in to be able to play. It didn't work just like straight out without the actual connection. I thought you played it on GameCube. What's that? What, GoldenEye? No, GameCube was on N64. I think there was a GameCube version of a GoldenEye, but it wasn't the original. But they do have GoldenEye for the Switch. Oh, Resident Evil? Oh, yes. It's Resident Evil 4. Whoops. That didn't go very well. Resident Evil 4 for the GameCube was the first Resident Evil that ever made it to a Nintendo system. And arguably, it's one of the better ones. And arguably, it was a graphic powerhouse. It set the standard for a long time. So, have you played any of the Fallout games? Yes. So I have Fallout 4 for the PC, and I started playing it a little bit. I haven't got very far in it. And part of the reason why was I got so far, got through the intro part, got out of the vault, got so far, and then I ran into a monster that basically took me out. And I kind of got sidetracked with other games and totally forgot to go back into it. Some games are very good about like letting you explore or giving you safe paths or doing everything. I think Fallout 4 probably required a little bit more thought than just wandering around like you can do in Zelda. So it might take a little bit more prep. I am debating on looking into it. And of course, I think there's a new Fallout game being developed. I just don't know. A 4-player Zelda game for the Game Boy Advance's Legendary 2. Saw a live stream of that. And that was the problem was it was such a good game, but you couldn't um, you couldn't actually do it to its full capacity because to have 4 kids that had 4 Game Boys that had 4 games was ridiculous of a requirement. On top of the link cable, so the chances of people playing multiplayer like that was very low. Similar with what they had with Crystal Chronicles for the GameCube. Um, so the fact that they came out with that and other people could play and had a chance really allowed them to play the Four Swords game that they never really got an opportunity to do so, which is kind of cool in that regard. But you still got to round up 3 other people. Oh, jeez. Um, I will be honest, I also have a different appreciation for the Fallout games after playing Starfield. And I think the way they did Starfield, as much as people won't admit it, I think was better than Fallout because I never felt like, oh crap, I've gotten into a location, I don't know where I'm going, this is ridiculously hard, what am I doing, right? Like, I don't think I've run into that when it came to Starfield. So they were much better at it. Now, mind you, Starfield came out much, much later, and they're better at it.